compounds, many of them, in fact, the majority that are repurposed. And repurposed means that these are drugs that were approved for another indication and were found to have mechanisms that could be applied to a different disease. So there are plenty of drugs that have been shown to have antiviral properties. And they were very quickly identified around the world and widely used, not in this country. And there's a simple reason for that. We live in a health system that is literally structured with incentives to preserve the market for patented, pricey pharmaceutical products. Repurposed drugs are the enemy of the pharmaceutical industry, and we saw their powers and the levers that they used here. And their suppression of early treatment drugs, like I said, this country needed a national vitamin D campaign. Everybody should have had their vitamin D levels checked. We should have had a replenishment protocol for everybody. That would have been one of the most simplest and safest and one of the most potent ways to protect ourselves from morbidity and mortality. We did not do that. We waited a year into this at least until we rushed through under emergency authorization some pricey antivirals, all the while suppressing really effective, widely available, very safe track records of medicines like hydroxychloroquine and ivermectin and fluvoxamine, and I can go on and on. And what I will say, just to remark at how absurd this is that 30% of the planet lives in a country where ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine is not only in the national guideline, but it's widely used. But you do not see that in the United States or in any advanced health economies. You look at Europe, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, in all of those advanced health economies where the pharmaceutical industry runs supreme, you see the suppression of early treatment drugs. And I will tell you, my colleague is to my side. He was an early advocate, proponent of using hydroxychloroquine. We know that drug works in this disease. Had that been adopted at that time, many hundreds of thousands of Americans would still be alive today. Thank you.